lead. I'm getting my revenge. I'm very much so getting my revenge.
Oh! Altered Beast now claiming that he's gonna get his own revenge now.
Let's have Community War Part 4. That's right.
Oh!
Community War Part 4. We got 2 wins over TDW. The winner of Community War Part 4 gets the second brand.
Will the Rebel Weekly officially have its own show? Community War Part 4 coming your way perhaps. This is a combustible situation that will explode in the Gaming Weekly perhaps soon. We are a week removed from the big question that was panned out at the end of the Rebel Weekly. RebelTtyme 87, who of course was the man that challenged TDW directors for a Community War Part 4, something that many people didn't expect would happen. And that is the question, folks. Will TDW directors accept this proposal laid out for a chance of the Rebel Weekly to take over the second brand? Hey everybody, welcome to Game Time, Adrian Matt, voice of TGW, wants up the Hall of Famer, also the leader of the Rebel Weekly, that being RebelTtyme 87, the man who panned out that proposal last week. He wants a Community War Part 4 to take over the second brand. Remember the stipulation, whichever brand wins will indeed be the one that will be taken over for the second brand. Welcome aboard, RebelTtyme 87, joining us live.
Sorry, I was drinking water. Yes, too sweet to all the Rebel Weekly fans out there and the Game of Weekly fans out there. You know, yes, I am still proposing to have our own channel. We deserve to have our own channel. We earned it, okay? We won the war back in 2017 twice, and then TDW cheated in December with Yellow betraying the Rebel Weekly. Come on.
Hey, turnabout fair play.
You still got 2 wins over.
Well, you gotta be absolutely kidding me. Remember the first 2 Community Awards, he had to cheat against TDW. That's the reason why we decided to do that in the third one, in the Community War Part 3. But again, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, though, are we gonna be seeing Community War Part 4? That is the question. I cannot believe that you decided to pan out that proposal last week in TGW. Perhaps maybe one of the dumbest decisions he can ever make, because you know what? The Game Weekly has the Rebel Weekly's number in my eyes. I think the Rebel Weekly isn't as threatening to me. I think the Rebel Weekly is just scared and worried over the fact that the Game Weekly is gonna once again dominate over your group, Rebels.
Scared and worried. Scared. You said scared and worried, right? Well,
yes.
I know who was scared and worried. Undead. Hey, let's talk about Undead. Undead. I didn't see Undead. Did you? I saw Altered Beast.
Well, no, part of...
I didn't see Undead.
Well, a part
Undead
of...
was sleeping.
Remember, Undead Freak 78 decided to sleep over because he didn't see you guys as threatening coming from his words. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news. A part of the Gaming Weekly. Undead Freak 78 cannot join us on commentary. In fact, he will no longer be on commentary here in TGW. We can't confirm that he is retired here, part of the Gaming Weekly. A big thank you to Undead Freak 78 and his commentary work through the years. Yes, he's retired, I should say, on his commentary tenure.
So he won't be. Okay, so we won again. We won. Okay, so let's count that as a win. It's your
What are you talking about? You didn't win anything. Undead Freak 70 was not in a matchup against the Rebel Weekly. All he did was retire from commentary. See, this is exactly why I get upset about the Rebel Weekly. They worm their way to a victory every single time they try to. Yes, you guys weasel your guys' way to try to get something out of a victory.
Undead said he was going to call us out. He was going to come against Lord Tatanka in a match. Oh, that did happen. So, like he won.
Well, I mean, let's not forget, Lord Tachanka also cheated against BM1 Tap on Halo 5 a couple of weeks back. Let's not forget that. If it was BM1 Tap who knew that flooding blow into the back of the neck was coming up, I'm pretty sure BM1 Tap was going to pick the victory. That's what the Rebel Weekly is all about. You guys are all about cheating. We've known that for so many years. Joining us live in the broadcast side of things, in the broadcast position, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome TRW representatives, none other than Shark Lawful joining us live. And I cannot believe that you're going to be laughing at the expense of TGW, especially what happened this past week. How disrespectful can you get when you were laughing at Altered Beast, the man who suffered so many torn ligaments, the injuries that were sustained by that 2-on-1 beatdown by the Rebel Weekly, and you were laughing at it too.
Yeah, definitely.
And why would that be? Do you not have any remorse, any heart? For crying out loud, okay, you can go against TGW all you want. But is the Rebel Weekly known for having no feelings, being monsters?
Yeah.
Okay,
Some
so I
of
guess
them.
you're proud about that then.
Yeah.
Well, then you guys are all about monsters. Rebel, how do you feel about being called monsters? Because that's what you guys are all about.
You know, we're gonna take part TGW one by one. Okay, what we did to piece is the start. Okay, we are gonna go through you guys one by one to get to the top. And you're going to be our first grand for all.
Well, first off, let's not forget that auspicious victory over the Rebel Weekly back into the Community War Part 3. Now remember, it was dubbed the end of an era. The Gaming Weekly had the last laugh. This is one of the reasons why the Gaming Weekly has all the power and momentum and even speed against the Rebel Weekly, because the Gaming Weekly has TRW's numbers. But let's recap the story just to set up the stage for the great TGW fans joining us live tonight. TGW agreed to split the Gaming Weekly this past week, but they didn't agree to give it to the Rebel Weekly, hence the reason why RebelTtyme now is issuing that proposal. He wants to face the Gaming Weekly for what would be a fourth time in this community to see if the Gaming Weekly can indeed give them that second brand if the Rebel Weekly beats the Gaming Weekly. But that's a big if, though, because we're still on
not if, when the Rebel Weekly defeats the Gaming Weekly for the third time, because we will beat you for the third time. You know, it'll be 3-1, not 2-2, not no time. It'll be 3-1.
Well, how about we tie up the score, make it 2-on-2? I like that. The
About
Gaming Weekly up against the Rebel Weekly, but again, it has not been confirmed. TGW directors are still debating because, you know what? I kind of agree with the Gaming Weekly directors. They don't necessarily need to accept because they don't have to prove anything already. They already proved that they are the better brand, the better Gaming Weekly community. So in my estimation, if the directors actually deny this proposal, you have to understand where they're coming from.
Actually, I don't want to understand anything. We the one that still have 3 wins of the year. We have only 1.
But the last one is what counts, as it was dubbed the end of an era. Back on Halo Reach, everybody, we're getting set for the Gaming Weekly anniversary just a couple of weeks away. In fact, 2 weeks. We can't confirm the Gaming Weekly is going to be celebrating the anniversary. The great TGW fans, and of course the festivities will be all about all the old classic games, the retro games that we'll be seeing, including this game. And this is one of the reasons why we're broadcasting this tonight. It is a Gladiator game that happened back in 2016, a classic game in TGW. Let's not forget the rules, though. Every single person for themselves. The man with the most amount of points at the end of the game will be the winner of this matchup. Spider Ninja leaving us tonight, and Formal Room joining us now. And again, every single person, though, has the weapon spawned in, random weapon spawned in, which kind of gives you a disadvantage / advantage at the same time. And the reason why I say that is because, say for instance, I don't know, Super spawns in with a gravity hammer, right? And Reckless spawns in with a pistol. Who's going to end up winning? Possibly the man with the gravity hammer, the much more powerful weapon.
Like the rocket launcher, right? I like using rocket launcher. It's my favorite weapon.
Wow, what a shock. Just like the Rebel Weekly, you're authentic, you're ruthless, just like the rocket launcher. That's what the Gaming Weekly, rather the Rebel Weekly, is all about. You guys don't care for anyone except for yourselves. You guys are greedy. You guys are everything. You guys are just doing everything with malice and contempt. I'll tell you, again, TGW, though, has the number of the Rebel Weekly because over the past several weeks, though, it's been tipsy turns, right? When you guys strike against TGW, the Gaming Weekly is able to strike back even harder at that point.
We will strike back harder than ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, this matchup is beginning to break down right now. Super already has the fuel rod inside the cubby. And look at Ash, though, with the sniper rifle here. And the sniper rifle is also ruthless. It is destructive. And Ash, though, I like the strategy, trying to get out of his cubby just enough so he can try to get that focal point so he can snipe down Super at this point in time, but cannot get so at this point in time because Super is inside that cubby, too. So the cubby is the only thing that's protecting these TGW superstars. Ash is looking on, continuing to, again, add in some pressure, but Super is not going to be walking out. There's another superstar right into the next to the cubby as well. Let's not forget the winner of this matchup with the most amount of points, though.
What is Ash doing in the game? Shouldn't Ash be catching Pokemon like Bulbasaur or Pikachu? Shouldn't he be like battling?
That's real nice. You have your joke book tonight, I see.
Of course.
And speaking about Ash, how about we go from Ash to another YouTuber there that is perhaps in my mind, in my estimation, one of the biggest disgraces on YouTube, and I'm talking about iSpiteful. But before we talk about this guy though, Rebel, I'll tell you, over the past couple of years, the Gaming Weekly has been a victim of abuse. All the great TGW fans, the commentators, the executives, and much like the Gaming Weekly over the past couple of years again, have been a victim of abuse. And this is one of the reasons why the Gaming Weekly, on behalf of the TGW executives, are allowing TGW superstars and members and even community members to go against the other communities out there, because the Gaming Weekly has been working so hard and diligently over the past couple of years, and we firmly believe the Gaming Weekly deserves a lot more, has earned more in terms of subscriptions and viewership. And we're going against all those YouTubers out there who don't even work as hard as TGW, who don't even work compared to the Gaming Weekly. And we're talking about somebody by the name of iSpiteful. Much like Mekel from this past week, iSpiteful is producing all these dry content on a weekly basis. His content is so dry, it is weak, it's not fun nor entertaining. Much like Mekel from this past week, the Gaming Weekly, though, on the other hand, is able to provide all these different unique capabilities the TGW brand is able to bring on a weekly basis. It's absolutely phenomenal in my estimation. It's absolutely phenomenal in everyone's eyes, because the Gaming Weekly is so unique. And again, there's no channel out there that does what we do. The Gaming Weekly does game nights. However, we do a lot more. And the Gaming Weekly is like Netflix, but better. Rebel?
Yeah, you know, Mekel, you came into YouTube yesterday, you commented, you laughed your numbers and took it off there. Now, I spy, you're a moron. Okay? I despise your channel. That's what I despise. Monkeys who didn't hold that clip. Go ahead.
Alright. Dude!
You had to tell him where he was.
Oh my god, dude. Are you serious?
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
Come on, rockets. Come on, me rockets. Alright, going once again.
Yeah, you know, you are just like any other YouTube. Whereas that sucks. No, none that I like. I do watch YouTube. There's plenty that I watch. None of them suck like you. And that's the bottom line.
And that is...
That's RebelTtyme. That's
And that is one of the reasons why the Gaming Weekly is standing up. And in fact, use the hashtag down below, hashtag standing up for TGW, because the Gaming Weekly is not going to be taken up anymore, folks. The executives, of course, have confirmed that the Gaming Weekly is going to be standing up against all these other different communities who do not deserve the attention nor subscriptions nor viewership that they're getting. Again, in TGW, though, we have earned through the years. With that being said, we're going to go and switch gears and talk about the app, ladies and gentlemen. As we saw this past week, the Gaming Weekly is interacting with the great TGW fans, much like how unlike many other YouTubers, I should say, the Gaming Weekly has been able to interact with the great TGW fans. In fact, again, over the next couple of weeks, though, the Gaming Weekly is going to be interacting more. In fact, you are going to have the chance to vote on which game you would like to see in this community. And the easiest, the quickest, the fastest way to vote, though, is through the YouTube app. What you're going to want to do is simply go on your iPhone or Android, whatever the case may be, go to your store and make sure to download the YouTube app. Make sure to type in the YouTube. It should be the first app you see on the search engine. Make sure to download that app. Go back to the app on your home screen. Open up the YouTube app. Create your account if you haven't done so yet. Locate the Gaming Weekly. It is the gateway that opens up for you to interact with the great content the Gaming Weekly produces on a weekly basis, and you can vote which games you would like to see in the Gaming Weekly. It is absolutely phenomenal here in TGW. So again, make sure to download the YouTube app and interact with the Gaming Weekly just like Netflix, but better.
also, I have something else to tell you guys. I mean, I said this last week. Of course, I'm wearing the hat because I do support this amazing charity called the Hayden Isotopes, which is created by a friend of mine, Hayden Biley, who was on the show The Fosters on Freeform. Hayden Biley created this amazing charity called Hayden Isotopes because there's foster children that have been put in their belongings and trash bags and public places. And because we donate to Hayden Biley, we're helping other foster children to get duffel bags so they won't get lost or stolen. They will always have their property with you. So make sure to go to www.haydenshopes.org and go ahead and donate. Each time you donate, you are helping foster children to get duffel bags and helping them keep their belongings with them. Oh, make
As
sure,
previously mentioned,
and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow Hayden Barley on Twitter. He's an awesome cool friend of mine.
as mentioned before, it is a great cause. Back into this matchup, though, ladies and gentlemen, again, celebrating the TGW anniversary a couple of weeks away. We are back. Rather, he's trying to strategize, trying to seek some strategy, and this is going to be interesting, though. Alpha Wolf has that gravity hammer in hand, and he's inside the cubby, which is one of the reasons why Seeker's trying to look for this new strategy, because he has that rocket launcher. He has a great chance to attack the opponent with one blast, which is what exactly he's doing right now, which is one of the things he's doing now. Now, Seeker.
That's, like I said, that's my favorite gun. The rocket launcher. I be doing things up from Battlefield like I do on Grand Theft Auto.
I'm sure you do, just like the Game Weekly blew up the Rebel Weekly that one time. Anyways, Strategic Seeker, though, is getting closer to Alpha Wolf, and this is going to be something Alpha Wolf is going to have to think outside of the box. And there we go, making a beeline already. Wolf with a clubbing blow right into the back of the neck and already taking each other out, though. Did you see Alpha Wolf, though? He realized that he was in trouble. He realized that he had to do everything he could to get out of that cubby, otherwise he was going to be a sitting duck at that point in time. Seeker, though, backed off for a second. Alpha Wolf, though, destroyed him, but in result, though, it was Seeker who delivered a huge blast delivered by the rocket launcher, so both men down. And again, the winner of this matchup thus far, it is Horror Girl with 7 points at this point in time. Great matchup that we're witnessing here tonight in TGW. You can only see this type of action on one brand, that being in the Gaming Weekly. And again, there's no YouTube channel that does better content than us. Organica with a clubbing blow right into the abdominal area. Reckless is already leaving us tonight. Organica trying to get some organic kills. The gravity hammer tonight. Over to the TGW Superstars. Look at the carcass contorting midair, though, is outside of the matchup. And folks, this is now the last minute of the entire round. And the question is, though, oh my, wait a minute. Isaac making the comeback. He was not winning this matchup previously, but now he's been able to get all these different points now. Isaac with 10 points. And the question is he going to win this tonight? Is Isaac going to win it, folks? Is Isaac going to be the man, to be the gladiator? Something that we've seen so many times in the past in TGW, all the championships and all the matches and such. Isaac is looking on inside the gladiator's cubby. Zebra, though, oh my, look at Zebra making the beeline, much like we saw moments ago, only to jump up to the top of the platform back on his feet. Oh my. And Isaac, oh wait a minute. I think Zebra and Isaac are working together at this point in time. You didn't see Zebra go against Isaac.
Tag team right there. You guys, not every time, it's not every day that you see tag team and Halo. Sometimes you gotta work together, sometimes you gotta work solo. My best.
Well, not anymore, though. They realize that they're the last two men standing, so they have no other choice but to go against each other. And Isaac, though, picks up the victory. The last man getting the kill, and also the man with the most amount of points with 12 points. Folks, congratulations to Isaac with that gravity hammer in hand. Isaac with that relentless showing here tonight in TGW, a part of the Gladiator, the matchup that took place back in 2016, something that we haven't seen in so many years. The Gaming Weekly, again, continue to go back in the past, continues to celebrate the Gaming Weekly's achievements and all the accomplishments and such.
Yes, we're going back to the future, back to the past, sorry, not to the future, back to the past of Halo.
Great movie.
And yes, it was. Happy anniversary to Halo, happy anniversary to the Gaming Weekly, and yes.
And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we leave you with this question. If you have a different opinion, a part of the Gaming Weekly, if you don't believe the Gaming Weekly is the best channel of all time, if you don't believe that the Gaming Weekly truly is the greatest, then go ahead and join us in TGW via the broadcast side of things. I can guarantee that you're going to end up losing in that debate. But nevertheless, though, we also leave you with this question. That, well, question laid out by RebelTtyme this past week in TGW wanting a Community War Part 4. We have yet to hear from the TGW directors. Do you believe that the Gaming Weekly directors are going to accept this call out, this match?
So. I think so. It's the right thing to do. So, yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be finding out what's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. Many things have been imploding within TGW, and I can only tell you now that the Gaming Weekly and the Rebel Weekly, more explosive implosions will be transpiring over the next couple of weeks. Really, things are turning upside down in this community, much like we saw in the past, but things are now turned up a notch. The Gaming Weekly, Rebel Weekly feud and the rivalry begins to heat up.
You guys, stay too sweet.